Hey guys, it's Loida here. I'm here with Brian Casella. Now, a while back we did a video where we were giving pretty much tips for brand new agents out in the business. Now, we got a lot of positive feedback, so we wanted to do another video in which we address a lot of the common questions that we get every day. Tips on door knocking, prospecting, objections, and scripts. So in this video, we're going to try and answer a lot of the most common questions that you guys leave us in comments and messages, and hopefully that helps you guys as you go out in the field and talk to people. So first, we're going to start with prospecting. Now, we get a lot of questions. Obviously, Brian and I work closely together. We're always hitting the doors. And one of the questions that we get a lot is, what do you wear? So Brian, tell us, what do you wear?
Well, normally we go shirt and tie, pants, but comfortable shoes. These are the famous shoes everybody knows that I wear. These are Asics. They're very comfortable. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you can't wear that. It's not professional. It absolutely is. If you're door knocking 2, 3, 4 hours straight without taking a break and you try to wear dress shoes, after 20 minutes, you're going to have blisters. So you want to dress comfortably. However, you want to be presentable. If it's really hot and humid, which it has been here the last few days, I'll rock a polo like this. However, overall, I'm still dressed very professionally. I'll wear a name badge if I have one, or something to indicate that I'm in real estate. You want to dress comfortably, but you don't want to dress too casual either, because when you knock on somebody's door, especially face to face, your first impression is very important. So you want to come off professional.
Yeah. And ladies, it goes the same way for us. I pretty much dress slacks, a nice blouse. I don't wear heels. I have a pair of tennis shoes or sneakers that are nice. They're not or torn apart. But again, when you're out walking 3-4 hours a day, you want to be in comfortable shoes. So definitely tennis shoes, sneakers that are nice and presentable and go with your outfit are definitely the way to go. No heels. You don't want to be sore or not be able to walk the next day. So the next question that we always get is mornings or evenings? When is prospecting better and when do you do it, that you see most of the results?
Typical question. That's probably one of the most asked questions I get. For myself and us, we mainly do mornings. Most of my prospecting is between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. Do I do additional prospecting in the afternoon and the evening? Absolutely. However, not always. Number one, because I've already done it in the morning and made all the contacts and appointments I need to make. However, number two, I want to be able to live a life where I don't have to prospect 6, 7, 8 p.m. at night. Do I do it every once in a while? Absolutely. If I don't have an appointment, I'll put it in because I know prospecting is going to feed the pipeline. However, at night, I want to be able to read more. I want to be able to enjoy myself, maybe go to the gym, maybe take a ride in my new car. I want to do things, and sticking to my schedule and prospecting in the morning allows me to do what I want in the evening, which is the most important thing. Now, if you want to prospect in the evening and you do it regularly, that's great. Pick a time and stick to it, period.
Yes, perfect. I completely agree. Now, another question that you guys get in terms of door knocking is weekends or weekdays. When do you see a better turnout, or when do most people open the doors for you?
Well, honestly, that is going to come down to your schedule again. I always propose and suggest that people do things in the morning. You have better energy, you have more energy, and you don't have to deal with things early in the morning. Everybody who's in real estate, even if you have one deal going or 20, you know, in the afternoon or after 12 or 11:30, you start getting the emails and calls, hey, we need this, we need that, this is falling apart, and all the stress and the chaos comes after that. If you can get your prospecting done on the weekdays early in the morning, it frees up the rest of the day to deal with life and other transactions. So another thing is I do it on the weekends every once in a while. However, it's not like when you do it in the evening or the weekend, you're going to get 30 people answering an hour versus 5 an hour, you know, during the weekday. Most of the time, I still average around 10 to 11 contacts an hour on a weekday in the morning. 30% of people are home at all times. I'll say that again. 30% of people are home at all times. Knowing that, do it in the morning, get it done, move on. If you save it for the weekend and then you have a day, which we had probably a month ago, where nobody answered on a Saturday morning, then guess what? You just wasted all week, and then on Saturday when you thought you were going to make those contacts, you didn't. So weekdays versus weekends, I absolutely always will suggest every morning, Monday through Friday, prospect.
Yeah, I completely agree. So don't think just because it's Saturday and Sunday and most people have the days off of work from that you're going to find them at home. You'll see that most people, or you're going to get a higher turnout during the week between 8 and 12. So always just keep that in mind. Now we're going to go into objections, because a lot of you guys always ask us, how do you handle these objections? So we're going to address Common objections for listing appointments, for sale by owners, and expireds. So the first one, this is a common question that I'm pretty sure you're going to hear a lot at a listing presentation. So Brian, we like everything you have to say, but we would like for you to cut your commission.
Right, and obviously you're asking because you guys want to make the most money, right?
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, Loida, I appreciate you asking. However, an agent who gives away the commission will do the same thing with your equity. Can I explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, one of the first questions I get from buyers or other agents is, so, will the seller take less? And guess what? Just like that agent gave up their commission, they're going to give away tens of thousands of dollars of your equity. And do you know what the worst part is?
What?
You won't even know. So
Yeah.
doesn't it make sense to hire an agent who not only has the strength and confidence to stand up to you, but ultimately protect your equity, which is what you want, right?
It is.
Great. That's just one objection handler. There's so many more. It's not so much what you say to them, it's your conviction and your presence in front of them. Everybody will ask. As a consumer, if I can maybe ask the guy to lower the price and he does, great. But if he says no and he's firm and he's confident, I'll say, you know what, okay, and I'll sign. And most of the time it's just a test from the seller. Most of the time I don't even get that objection anymore, but when I do, I'm all about just being firm and saying, you know what, I'm worth every penny of the 6% and I'm not gonna give it up. However, knowing that you're gonna hire a strong agent like me, I'm gonna put more money in your pocket, and that's what you need to communicate with them. Another thing you can say is, look, I appreciate you asking, however, if I can't negotiate the commission for myself, how strong am I gonna be negotiating for you and protecting your money?
Yeah. Another objection that they ask is, well, Brian, you're not from the area and we want someone that's local and will know the neighborhood and can sell our house and know what people are looking for.
Yeah, right. So I'm assuming you want somebody who's local because, like you said, they know the area and they have the know-how and the expertise to get your home sold.
Yes.
Right? Can I tell you the good news about hiring me?
Go ahead.
Is that it doesn't matter what city that you're in, I ultimately will get your home sold and put the most money in your pocket, and that's what you want, right?
Yes.
Can I tell you something even better?
Yeah.
Is that myself and my team have sold 100% of the listings we've taken.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions, or are you ready to put me to work?
No, it sounds like you're ready to get to work.
Now, that's not a scripted objection handler. I guess you can say it is, and it kind of has my own flavor on it. However, what it's conveying is confidence and certainty. Any person that you're sitting in front of that is going to hire you to sell their house want to know, hey, this person in front of me, are they confident and are they certain in themselves that they can get the job done? And if it doesn't matter what you say, if you can express that through what you're saying and your body language and your presence, people won't give you objections, and if they do and you handle them, they'll sign because they're going to say, hey, this person is the right person for the job. Now, there's so many more ways you can handle that. Like, another thing I say is, look, what's more important to you, where my office is, like where I live and where my office is, or that I can actually deliver the result? Well, obviously we want you to deliver the result. Right, now based on everything we've discussed today and the plan of action that I have to get your home sold, do you feel confident that we can get the home sold? And they'll say yes. Yeah. Great, that's all that matters, sign. Like, it's not really a problem. You just have to convey it through your language that you're confident and certain that you can get it done.
Yeah. Next, we're going to touch on two objections that usually come up when you're speaking to an expired. The first one, where were you when my house was on the market?
That's a really good objection, and before she even continues with that, just know when you're talking to an expired, the angrier they are, the better it is. Because if they're angry, that means they want to sell, and it's up to you to break through and help them. So go ahead and hit me with the objection.
So Brian, where were you when my house was on the market?
You know, that's a great question, Loida, and I hear you. The short answer is that your home wasn't a match for any of the buyers I was working with at that time. And can I tell you something else?
Sure.
Is that unfortunately, I wasn't focused on getting your home sold at that time. And I say unfortunate because it sounds like you do still want to sell your property, correct?
Yeah, I do.
Cut. All I did was answer her question honestly, offered something else, and then for you people who want to be experts, notice at the end, what did I do? I asked her another question. So, like Tom Hopkins says, it's a porcupine. She threw me a porcupine. What do I have to do? I have to throw it back. So the moment you ask a question, you just took control of the conversation again. And when they throw that question at you, they're in control. So not only do you answer it, you have to answer it, then throw them another question and take control. But not only take control, lead the conversation down a route that's going to get you an appointment. And that's all that did. I gave her a straight up, honest answer, and then I asked another question to take her down the road, which is going to lead to an appointment for me. And about 2 questions after that, I'm getting an appointment. So I answered it honestly, because if you did have a buyer, you would have brought him, right? So hey, I didn't have a buyer that, you know, your home didn't fit the criteria for any buyers I was working with at the time. So you just answer it, ask a question, and move on.
Yeah. And another question that they'll ask, Or say they'll be like, you know what, Brian, we worked with a realtor, they weren't able to sell it, we've already tried ourselves as well. What are you going to do differently?
All right, pause. What they're asking for is, please tell me something that is going to make me feel like I can get it done. So usually when I get that, my response is, you know what, I hear you. You know, you're frustrated, you've tried it yourself, you've even gone with other realtors, and it sounds like you guys really just want to get this home sold, right?
Yeah.
Right, the difference is, Loida, is I'm going to get your home sold. And ultimately, that's all you want, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to help you get it done in the best amount of time with the least amount of hassle, but most importantly, put the most money in your pocket and help you make this move to San Diego. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that is what you want, right?
Yes,
great.
Definitely.
Then I go for the appointment. It's not so much what you say in all these situations, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. Can you honestly look somebody in the face or tell them over the phone, I will get the job done, and truly mean it and feel it? The minute you do, it's going to come across in your voice and your body language if you're in person, and they're going to say, wow, this person's going to help me. Okay? So that's the important part about that kind of objection. What are you going to do different? I'm going to get it sold. That is what you want, right?
Yeah.
Simple.
And finally, we're going to touch on 2 objections that usually come up when you're speaking to a for sale by owner. The first one is, you know what, Brian, I like what you're saying, but I think we're going to save the commission by doing it ourselves.
Okay, and these are typical FSBO objections. And just so we're clear, is this at the table when I'm presenting or over the phone?
This is over the phone.
So, okay, so we're going to repeat that again. And again, this is over the phone. So remember, it's not your job to handle objections over the phone. It's to get, just to defer them for the presentation and handle all the objections to the presentation. So go ahead.
Okay, so over the phone. Brian, we'll save our commission by doing it ourselves.
Right, and obviously, as we discussed earlier in this conversation, you guys want to save the commission because you want to net the most money, right?
Yes.
Great, and all I'm asking, Lloyd, is if, you know, we do set up a time to get together just to meet for 10 or 15 minutes, if I can help you make this move happen and still net you the money you need in your pocket after any cost or fee to make this move, is that a conversation you're at least open to having?
I mean, yeah, if you're going to help me net more money.
Right. If the numbers work, of course.
Yes, of course.
Great. Boom, you just got the appointment. Stop fighting them, okay? It's not, well, you know, I'm going to charge you less and we're going to, it's all you're saying is, you know what, I hear you. All I'm saying is, if we meet and the numbers work, are you at least open to meeting? If the numbers work, of course. And that you handle that in the pre-qualification too, but all it is just trying to get the meeting, you know. Or another thing you can say is, you know what, I appreciate what you're saying, Loida.
Yeah.
You know, all I'm going to do is provide you with some very important information about what it's going to take to help you get this home sold in the best amount of time with the least amount of hassle, but ultimately put the most money in your pocket. And we'll be able to determine if I'm the right person to help you in about 10 or 15 minutes. So is today at 5 good or tomorrow at 6?
Today at 5 works.
Okay.
Great.
And all it is taking control, offering the solution, and then getting the appointment. Very simple.
Yes.
The key is to not be thrown off or caught off guard. You know, the minute they feel you shake or break, you lost. What they want in an agent is certainty, confidence, and the ability to say, this guy is good, he's better than the rest. And that's what you want.
Yeah. And another comment that a for sale by owner might probably tell you is that, you know what, we actually have friends that are realtors, and if we did put our house on the market with a realtor, we would probably pick one of them.
Right, and that's a common objection you're going to get over the phone, so we'll do that real quick. You can see how I handle it with no resistance, and then how I still offer a solution. So go ahead.
Yeah. You know what, Brian? We actually know a lot of people that are our friends and family that are realtors, so we're thinking if we did sell and use a realtor, we would probably choose one of them.
Awesome. So you already know some realtors. Are they some people in the area that I might know?
You know what? They're actually out of state or live about 2 hours away, but they're people we know.
Okay, great. Now pause. There's 2 ways you can go about this. I'm going to go about it one way that's probably more of a win-win and will get you more appointments, okay? You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Loida, and that's typical in the way I work. Now, can I offer you a solution that will be a win-win for you and your friend?
Sure.
You know, not only will meeting with me help you get the home sold, however, what I'll do is I'll give them a referral fee, meaning your friend out of the area will still get a referral fee for referring the business to me. However, you get the local expert helping you here get the home sold.
Yeah.
So in essence, you get the best of both worlds. Your friend is still going to get a commission and a transaction, and you get the bonus of having the local expert actually help you here in the area. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I completely understand.
Yeah, so you just offered a win-win. Now, normally I wouldn't go, I use that as like a last resort. However, if you feel like there's a loyalty there, you can offer that. Say, hey, especially if they're out of the area, which a lot of their friends are, or they're not really seasoned agents, you can say, you know what, I'll give them a referral fee for, you know, and I'll work side by side with them But in addition to that, you get the expertise of the local expert. Now the key there is most other agents are gonna try to fight them and say, you know what, you need to use me. What you just offered separated you from everybody else because you're saying, hey, I'll work with them and we can help you get the best result. And that's what they want.
Yeah. So hopefully all of these objection handlers help you guys. And if you guys follow Brian, you know that he's very big on setting goals and mindset. So we wanted to also provide you with some books that we suggest you might look into to start reading just to help you and feed the mind, because knowledge is power. So Brian, which are some of the books that you would suggest for our viewers too?
There's so many. I assume most of you watching are in real estate, so I'm going to suggest more books related to that. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 right now that are great. How to Make a 6-Figure Income with Mike Ferry.
Yes.
That's a great book. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Now, I'm suggesting that book because not only will it help program your mind to make more money, it will show you, once you start making money, how to make it grow and how to actually keep your money. Most agents will start making money and just spend it. So that's very important. Another one is Supreme Influence by Niurka, N-I-U-R-K-A. I'm in the middle of reading it. Great book, all about mindset, self-talk. It's all about the inner game and what goes on between the ears. Those are 3 really good books I would suggest you get, and at a later time I can give you guys some more, or you can reach out to me personally through my page or Loida, and we'll give you a bigger list of books, okay?
Yeah, awesome. So hopefully all of the questions that we answered in this video help you guys. If you guys have any other comments or suggestions on questions that you would like for us to answer, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. We're going to hopefully try and make more of these videos to help you guys out. I'm also going to be putting Brian's info on the section below, so you guys can go ahead and follow him along with all of the links to the books that he suggested. So until next time, Loida, Brian, and we'll see you guys next time.